All right, so tints, tones, and shades. You can find this assignment under classwork. Okay, it's right at the top. It says tints, tones, and shades. Click on the JPEG that says tints, tones, and shades. And now you want to go to the three dots, open into a new window in order to download the document. Okay, you want to look for the arrow that's pointing down at the top right-hand corner. Okay, the document will pop up in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, depending on what you're working on, but for mine it did. All right, but we don't need to open it here. We need to go to Photopea, and I already have it open for you, but what you would do is you would go to File, Open, and then you would find it within one of your documents. Okay, mine's already opening up to downloads. There it is. I would click it and click Open. All right, so what I want to do is using one of the colors that I have from my previous document, I want to use the blue color, so I'm going to use my eyedropper tool, select the blue. Right now I have the blue selected. I'm going to go back to my tints, tones, and shades, and I'm going to follow the instructions that are listed below. In this document, we're talking about tints, tones, and shades. Tints are the lighter values, so that's usually when the saturation number decreases. Tones are usually colors made with gray, so the brightness and saturation numbers decrease together. And then shades are darker values, which is the brightness number, and that decreases. So we're not using anything with opacity this time. So I'm going to go back to my paint bucket tool, and it says saturation is 100. However, I can't just click in here and say, yeah, my saturation's at 100. I have no idea. So in order to find out, I'm going to go to this blue box down at the bottom, double click, and here's the document that's really going to show me, is it at 100? Is it not? So right here, RGB, okay, that's red, green, blue. We're not playing with that. We're going to leave that as is. Over here is HSB. H stands for hue. Okay, that's actually the color. So that's my blue color. S is for saturation. B is for brightness. So I am super close to 100 saturation, but I am going to change this to 100 saturation. And I'm also going to change my brightness to 100. Okay, so then once I'm done that, I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to pour that color in. I'm going to go back to this, and you only have to click it once. You don't have to click it twice. All right, now I'm going to change my saturation. It says to 80. So I'm going to change that to 80. Brightness stays the same. I'm going to click OK. And as you can see, I started in the corner here, and now my dot moved to the left. I'm going to do this again. Click once, change it to 60, click OK. Right, and it moved again to the left. So as you can see, I'm pretty much creating the tints, and tints are usually, if you were to just pick a color without changing the numbers like I am, and the number would just be, the color would just be to the left, right, 20. And then I'm going to leave the last one empty because it's 0. All right, so now we're going to go to tones. All right, so 100 for saturation, 100 for brightness. I'm going to change that. Click OK. And I'm back to my bright blue. Click again. Now I got to change both numbers. They're going to change to 80, 80. Click OK. And this time, again, starting in the corner, notice where the dot is moving. This time it is now moving on a diagonal, right? Because remember, tones are a mix of black and white, not just black or white, black and white. Right, now I got 40, 40, click OK. 20, 20. Okay, and this time, even though it says 0, and most of the time we said, okay, 0, you don't need to do anything, you need to put something in there, because what happens if you don't have any saturation or any brightness? That's right, you get black. Okay, so now going on to shades, this time we're just changing the brightness, so that means I need to reset my saturation back to 100, and I'm going to... I got to reset my color. That's the issue. So I'm going to go back to my eyedropper tool, select my blue. Okay, now I'm going to change my brightness. Okay, so my brightness is going to start at 100. So again, whoopsies, I'm still in my eyedropper tool. All right, make sure you change to your paint bucket or you're going to do the same mistake as me. Okay, 100, 100, click OK, pour it in. This time only changing the brightness to 80. And then click. And then as I change the number for brightness, the lower the number, the darker my color is going to get. I think I typed in the wrong number. I did. So we're going to put 40 here. Skipping numbers. 60 here. 20. And again, 0, no brightness, means darkness. Why did that not stay? 20. There we go. Now 0. Okay. All right, so once you're done this document, you're going to file save. Save as a PSD. Remember, always save a live document. Then you want to export as a JPEG and submit the JPEG. And that's it. So again, these would be colors that you could possibly use in your Circle Zentangle when I introduce it, as well as all of these colors. So if you want to try to create your greens or whatever your second color is using the tints, tones, and shades, you are more than welcome to.